here with Ollie Hayes, who has joined me ahead of the release of his new single, Fallen For You. So you can find out a bit more about the song before it's released. Ollie, welcome back to my channel. How have you been?
I've been very well. How have you been?
Yeah, been good, thank you. It's nice to
Good.
be back.
Yeah, it's nice to come back. It's nice. Hopefully I'll be able to answer questions slightly more coherently this time. I've already work on it. So
as I've just mentioned, you're about to release your new single, Fallen For You, on the 25th of June. Would you like to tell us about the song?
yeah, so the song is the first song that I'm releasing in like a lockdown album thing that I made at the start of this year. I keep calling it a lockdown album just because it was made in lockdown, but I don't even think it's an album. It's just a collection. But it's the first song, and it's just happy. It's summery. It's kind of, it goes to a different side of music that I'm influenced by. It sounds to me more Beatlesy, more Brit poppy, which is great. But on Mad Love, there was nothing, maybe Heartbreak Away, but other than that, I don't think there was anything from that kind of side of my influence on it. So it's great to have this, and it's Mad Love was quite sad, and I think this one particularly is quite happy. So yeah.
And so is there any special meaning behind the song?
No, funnily enough, I always write from my personal experience, but when I was writing this, I was just sat with an acoustic guitar and just started playing and seeing what came. And like the first verse and the chorus came really quickly, but then I just kind of went from then on. The rest of the song was just write what comes to you, what you think is good, and it's quite funny. It made me, like, the lyrics are kind of stupid in some ways, just kind of throwaway. But then when I showed it to a few people, like, I realized all of the things that I talk about in the song was things I had done during lockdown. It's kind of come through subconsciously. Like the Wello line is I did that. I went and drove around Wello and kind of wrote a lot of the lyrics for the lockdown album around there. So it's kind of a happy accident. I didn't think I was writing about myself, and then I ended up writing exactly about myself once again. So I can't really get away from it, I don't think.
So what are the most important words in the song, and why?
The most important words to me, I don't know why, I just like the first line. Without that, it wouldn't exist. I think that because the rest of it just kind of came from that. I had the chorus of this falling for you. I've got a voice memo somewhere of it, and it didn't change a lot, but it wasn't what it was, and it was just tucked away as an idea, because I started writing it last year and then finished it this year. And yeah, the first voice memo's got bits of it, but not a lot. And then the second one has the "I don't like your boyfriend, he's got a really funny shaped head" line. And then that was it. As that also gave me that first verse, because once I got a "don't like your boyfriend," I know it's kind of obvious songwriting, but then I just went, "I don't like your girlfriend." So that it was really, because I know what I'm talking about with that "I don't like your girlfriends." I don't really know what "I don't like your boyfriend's" about, but yeah, I know what it certainly informed the rest of the lyrical decisions after that line. So that's probably the most important, the first line.
So you may have just answered this, but what's your favorite line of the song?
Oh, no, it's not actually. My favorite line is I dropped my phone and cut open my head. I needed stitches for the cut on my head. I just think it's funny. I think it's a bit stupid, but everyone's dropped the phone on the face at some point, and it hurts. It really hurts.
Yeah, I like relate to.
I've never had stitches through dropping it though. So again, I don't know where that came from, but yeah.
As well. Do you feel this song has any similarities to any of your other songs, or is it something completely new?
I think it's quite consciously really new. I was thinking about this though, and trying to put things together because I'm I'm slightly undecided if I just want to play live. I just don't know if it's something that I particularly want to do um, at the moment, anyway. But I was thinking about things in my head and like, oh, that would work and that would work. I was like, well, it feels like it's something new, but then I kind of had to listen to Mad Love again for something, um, and realized Late Summer Lover kind of is similar. It's got
Yeah.
similar textures. So even when I think I'm doing something new, it's still kind of borrowing from myself anyway. So uh, I think it does sound new though, because there's nothing on Mad Love that's like this upbeat
Yeah.
other than Fake. But I think Fake's a different
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
If that makes, obviously it's a
Okay.
different song, but I think that Fake is a different thing altogether. And this song is again one of the songs that's unique because I started it on an acoustic guitar, and a lot of my writing these days is not on that.
Yeah.
So it was nice to be able to do that again.
Yeah.
Because I think you get a different kind of song, or at least I do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you wrote the song during lockdown. Do you feel that it impacted the song in any way, whether good or bad?
Actually, I didn't write it during lockdown. I was one of the last songs I started before we went into lockdown last March.
Yeah.
And then I picked the song back up again towards the end of doing the um, lockdown album thing that I'm doing. So actually, I did like some promo things about this, but there's no better way to say it. It's like I picked it up when I was writing it. I felt like 2020 was going to be awesome because when I was writing it, we weren't in lockdown. I'd just done Mad Love. I had it
Yeah.
ready, and I was like, "This is going to be great." And I thought 3 weeks is fine, and then it just became this monster of a thing, like the pandemic.
Yeah.
I remember thinking 3 weeks is nothing, and then 6 weeks is gone. It's like, yeah, it's going to be a while. And I didn't pick it back up until, not that we were out of lockdown, but March. From memory, March was different. I mean, it all bleeds into one, but something
Yeah.
changed. It was around March that it was picked back up again, where it's like summer's coming. We can see the end. Maybe they'd announced it was June the 21st.
Yeah.
But it's like summer's coming, we're on our way, and that's why I picked it back up again. I can't remember if that was the question you asked, but that's why
Yeah.
it came from last year and didn't get finished until this year.
Yeah. So what was the experience like when creating the song?
Good fun, really, because it was difficult as well. Because I had it, I had the do 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 the riff. I had that, and I knew I wanted it to sound like the Beatles or the Lars.
Yeah.
And it was trying to work out how I could do that, because that's something I'm finding this more and more. Everything that I'm doing is not a case of me knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
I wish I had a kind of slightly bigger storage. A lot of what I do is like teaching myself how to do something or relearning how to do something. And with this one, it was like learning how to make the drums sound a certain way, and working out the guitar parts, because there's a lot of guitar parts that kind of overlap, but it's so that it's as jangly as possible. Um, but the song definitely wouldn't be completed without that Beaver Doobie Last Day on Earth song. I wouldn't have been able to do it because her riff is like do 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 do, and it's just on one guitar. And before I heard that song, the riff was on an acoustic, 12 string, all these things, and it sounded really messy but really undistinct. And then I put a guitar that just does it on its own, and then it made sense. It's really funny how things like that happen. But yeah, so it was fun to make, but it was difficult to make because the words were easy. Not easy, but the words were easy to sing in. It didn't take me very long, and it was kind of self-sufficient. And it's also nicked a bit production. I did a cover of She Moves in Her Own Way and by the Kooks, and I learned a lot from that. So a lot of it picking up where I left off with that, even down to the thing at the end, the synth noise at the end, I put in the end of the other one. Was like, it works. I've just needed an excuse to put it in a song, so I just put it in this one. So yeah, fun but challenging in a great way.
Yeah, it's turned out really good. I really like it. So
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm very proud of it. I am very proud of it, actually.
yeah, you should be. It's good.
Thank you.
So finally, is there anything you want to say to anyone who's listening before Falling For You's released?
Make sure you pre-save it to start. And really, I think it's because of lockdown and because of not being able to play to people, anyone that's kind of stuck around and listened to me, I'm like twice as grateful for. I feel very independent as an artist at this point. I feel like kind of a secret amongst a small group of people. But for me, I need that secret to get a bit bigger, if that makes sense. But I like the fact that I've got a fan base of people that are super, super supportive and allow me to make music that I like. I don't feel pressure in the sense that I've always put myself as alt pop, but that was only because I didn't know what genre I wanted to be, and I didn't really want to be in one genre either. So this is a long message. Basically, pre-save it and tell people about it if you like it, and also you're the best because you've come and found me. So that's my succinct version of the message.
No, massive thank you, Ollie, for joining me on my channel. It's been great to chat with you. And Ollie will be joining me again after the release to answer a few more questions. So don't forget to pre-save Falling For You and come back to check out the next video. Thanks very much, Ollie.